Hello everyone, welcome to Power Yoga. My name is Jasmine and I am here to lead you through about a 55-ish or so minute yoga flow today. So thank you guys so much for showing up. On my right, I do have Morgan here in the purple. She's going to be giving you options for a slightly easier or less intense modification during class. And to my left is Shauna in the pink, and she will be giving you some options for a more intense yoga practice during certain portions of class as well. So you can watch her if that's what you're into, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Bringing yourself to any sort of comfortable seat. I do recommend potentially having a blanket or a towel, maybe a pillow or a bolster if you have it, and a yoga block or two just handy for yourself for today's practice so that you can have things that'll make your practice a little more accessible. So with that, we'll just come to sit. You can close down your eyes, take a soft gaze at your nose, and rest your hands on your thighs. You can flip your palms up to the sky, kind of whatever you're feeling today. For this yoga practice today, I want to offer up the idea of the power of your communication with yourself. So we'll be working quite a bit with the throat chakra for this practice, and just finding some different ways of hearing what you're truly saying to yourself and hearing what it is that you want to say rather than what you think you should be saying. So let's all take a deep breath in through our nose. Open your mouth and let it go. Yeah. Again, inhale through your nose. Open your mouth. And let it go. And then next time, sweep your arms high on your inhale. On your exhale, go ahead, lean forward, fold, letting your hands come down to the ground or to the mat. So maybe we scoot back a little bit. And then inhale, draw yourself onto all fours. Coming to stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And from here, we'll begin our cats and cows. So we can inhale for our cat spine, or our cow spine, sorry, apologies. Drawing your shoulders down away from your ears, shining your face towards the sky. And then on your exhale, taking it the opposite direction for your cat spine, lifting your navel up and dropping your chin to your chest. Inhale and exhale. Taking this, whatever speed you like. Taking it with your own breath. You can keep your eyes closed, you can flutter them open wherever you are at this point in time. And really starting to listen to your body. Listen to what it's asking for. And just really honoring that instead of doing what you think you should be doing or doing what you've seen other people doing. Do what feels good to you. We'll take a few more rounds here. Waking up the spine. And then on your next inhale, bring yourself to a neutral spine. I'll crawl my way back slightly. We'll move our way into puppy pose. So just crawl your hands forward and lower your chest down towards the earth, shining your sits bones towards the sky. Few variational options here. You can drop your chin to the ground, or you can rest your third eye on your mat as well. As we just began moving, this can be pretty intense if you're not open in the front of your body. So you can always feel free to place anything you like underneath your armpits. And we'll stay here for 3 more rounds of breath. As you inhale, gently press into your hands to lift yourself forward. And then walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Beautiful. Tuck your toes. We'll move into downward facing dog. So continuing that motion of the tailbone, reaching up to the sky and opening up the front side of the body. If you feel the need to move around, feel free, to take those little movements side to side in the hips. And then come to stillness just for a moment, really grounding yourself down through your hands, letting your head become heavy and hugging your navel up in towards your spine. Deep breath in sweeps your right leg high behind you. On your exhale, gently step your right foot forward to the inside of your right hand. Lower your left knee, untuck your toes, rise up for an Anjaneyasana. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lowering your shoulders away from your ears. And really pressing forward with both hips equally. From here, let your left hand come down to the mat. Take a twist to the right. Taking your right fingertips up to the sky. Nice, you guys. And trying to bring our breath exclusively to your nose. Really root down through your left knee and your left hand as you shoot your right leg back to the back of your mat for your gate pose. Keeping your right fingertips reaching to the sky if we can, really flexing back through our right heel. Nice, you guys. And then gently bring your right hand back down to the mat. Step your right foot back forward, tuck your toes, lift up into your low lunge. Breathe here for just a moment, shine the heart forward. And then on your exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your left leg high. And then on your exhale, stepping your left foot forward to the inside of your left hand. Lower your right knee, untuck your toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Bringing our right hip forward, plugging our left hip back, hugging the navel in, and really lifting the chin away from the chest, opening up the front side of the body. Nice. Gently bring your right hand down to the inside of your left foot and twist to the left. Plugging your left shoulder down and really turning your chin towards your left shoulder to continue opening up the throat. From here, gently shift your weight back into your right leg, send your left leg back, gate pose. Feeling this opening up sensation across the front of the body. One more breath. And then we slowly step the left foot back forward, tuck your right toes, low lunge, shine the heart forward. And then exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. From here, walk your feet up to your hands and heel toe your feet open to about mat width distance, slightly turning out the toes and lowering your hips down into your Malasana squat. If you would like to place anything underneath of yourself, a pillow or a block at any point, feel free to do that. And then you can either keep your hands down on the ground or we can bring our hands to heart center. Maybe you turn your head to the right. Maybe you turn your head to the left. Bringing your gaze back forward. If you took those options, go ahead, let go of your hands. Slowly lift your hips up to the sky and heel toe your feet back underneath of your body. Gently roll up through your spine, trying to hit each vertebrae on the way up. And then as we come to stand, sweep your arms high over your head on an inhale. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Close down your eyes and just take a moment to return yourself back to your intention. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, dive through center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins, lengthening through your tailbone. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, bend the knees. Step your feet to the back of your mat, plank pose. Big inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin lower down to the mat. 8-point salute. Inhale, draw yourself forward for baby cobra, plugging your shoulder blades together on your back And then exhale, press back through bent knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, step your right leg forward. Inhale, rise to a high lunge. Exhale, drop your hands behind your back, interlacing your fingers. Inhale, back bend, let the head go. Exhale, gently release. Sweep your arms high. Inhale, step to the top. Exhale, forward fold. Yeah, inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins. And exhale, fold, plant the hands, bend the knees, step it back, plank pose. Big inhale when you get there. Exhale, lower your knees, modified chaturanga. Hug your elbows in. Inhale to a full cobra or to an upward facing dog if we're ready for that. And then exhale, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rise, high lunge. Exhale, interlace the hands behind your back. Inhale, lay it back, lift the chin. And exhale, gently release that, sweep the arms high, stand tall. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Yeah, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step, or maybe we start to take that option of floating our feet to the back of the mat. If we take the option to float our feet, you want to land in your chaturanga. So try not to land with your elbows in nice and straight, right? Kneading in downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts high. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, interlace the fingers. Inhale, lay it back. Exhale, let it go. Step to the top. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Here's our last flow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step or float your feet to the back of your mat, taking yourself through that vinyasa, leading in downward facing dog to create some peace. From downward facing dog, inhale the left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, interlace the hands. Inhale, lay it back. Exhale, release. Sweep the arms high. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Yeah, from here, take yourself through this flow. Inhale. Exhale, step it back. Inhale. Flowing to downward facing dog, however you like. And from here, we'll start to build our first series. So we'll inhale, sweep our right leg high. Open your hip, bend your knee, and just try and stack your hips here. You can rotate your ankle, but really try and shine your knee up towards the sky. Inhale, stretch your right leg long to the ceiling. And then exhale, step your right foot forward to the inside of your right hand. From here, spiral your left heel to the ground. Inhale, rise up for warrior one. Now, warrior one, your back foot, I should say, is at a 45-degree angle. We're pressing straight through the back leg, pressing down through both feet, and really lifting and opening up through the top half of your body. Spin your pinkies towards one another and drop your shoulders down your back. Take a deep breath and lift high. On your exhale, spin open to the left, warrior two. Now we're taking everything about our body that was square to the top of our mat, we're squaring it to the left side of our mat. Externally rotating our front hip. Trying to keep our breath at a nice even pace of inhales and exhales, primarily through the nose, creating some heat in our throats. Nice. I hope you can hear this. I hope you guys can hear this breath that I'm surrounded with right now. I like it. On your inhale, flip your right palm, reach forward. On your exhale, tip it back, straighten your right leg, reversing your triangle. And you can take your left leg or your left arm down the back of your leg, or you can reach around and take a half bind. Totally up to you. From here, windmill forward, dropping down into your side angle. So our right hand comes down in front of our right foot. You can always use a block. You can also use this opportunity to take another half bind or a full bind if that's part of our practice at any point. You will have another opportunity to do this pose, so if you feel like you want to wait for the bind option to the second time, feel free to do that. Nice, you guys. One more breath. From here, inhale, lead with your left side to come on up. And then we're gonna lean to the back of the mat into your left leg for a leaning goddess. Or you can take this all the way down into your skandasana. Totally up to you. Continuing to really lift through your low belly here, just like when you're in a malasana squat. You wanna lift from underneath and send your tailbone back while lifting the heart and keeping your chin lifted away from your chest. Beautiful, you guys. Beautiful, inhale, rise back up. If we can, beautiful, nice, 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 nice. And then windmill your hands all the way down to frame your foot. Step your right foot back, and we'll take our flow from here. Coming to meet in our downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, open up your hips, stack your hips. There we go. Bend the knee. Or maybe you rotate through your ankle. I was getting ahead of myself. Really shining your knee up towards the sky and trying to keep your shoulders square to the mat here. Inhale, extend your left leg long. And exhale, step your left foot to the inside of your left hand. Spin your right heel down. Inhale, rise up to warrior one. So now here again on the other side, we want to square off our hips, square off our shoulders to the top of the mat. So maybe that means you close up your stance a little bit. Maybe. Rooting down through both of your feet and then using that energy of rooting down to lift up and open everything up here. Only you know what you can and can't do. Only you know what's going on in your body. Only you know how you're feeling. So do what you gotta do, right? Open and honest communication with the self. Yeah, right? Themes, we got themes here today, you guys. Lots of themes. Inhale, lift it nice and high. And then on your exhale, open it up, warrior two, opening yourself to the right. External rotation in your left thigh. And I'm actually gonna take this opportunity to spin myself so we can see what this angle looks like. So my toes are facing straight out to the right. My left toes are facing straight forward. And I'm really peeling open with my right shoulder and taking my chin back to my left shoulder. Lots is going on in this pose, right? Yes. One more nice deep inhale. Flipping your left palm, reaching forward on your exhale, straighten out your left leg, reverse your triangle. And again, if you want to take the option of the bind behind your back, you can totally take that option. Inhale as you rise up, bending back into your left leg. Exhale into your side angle, extended side angle. Spinning your right shoulder down away from your ear and turning your chin up towards the sky. And again, this is a great opportunity for a bind or a half bind. The half bind would be exactly what we did in our reverse triangle. If you at any point want to take the full bind, you would take your left arm through your legs here and bring your right hand behind you, reaching to grab a hold of yourself here and then peel yourself back and open. But that's a little much for me right now, so I'm not gonna do that. But you can. Ooh, inhale, rise it up, bending back into our right leg for our skandasana. Your hands come to heart center. We're still pressing equally both through both feet, but my left toes have lifted up off of the ground. I'm pressing down through my heel, lifting from the bottom of my belly and pressing my heart forward. This one's really intense, you guys, so make sure we're breathing. One more breath. And then inhale, press into your legs, rising back up. Whoo, and then windmill all the way down, frame your left foot. Step it back and take yourself through your vinyasa. If at any point you would like to skip the flow, you totally can, and just come to meet us in downward facing dog. All right, second round. Inhale, sweep your right leg high, open your hip, bend your knee. Now you can stay here, or this time you can flip over, flipping your dog. Totally your choice. If you chose to flip, come on back. Everyone extend your right leg nice and long. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Spin your left heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Inhale, reach forward, flip the palm. Exhale, reverse your triangle. Inhale to come up. And then exhale down into your side angle. So if you wanted to take a full bind here, go ahead and go for it. We'll be here for one more round of breath. And then inhale, let it go. Rising back up. Exhale into your skandasana all the way back of your mat. Nice. Inhale, rise back up. Press into your left leg. Yes. Exhale, land in your warrior two. From here, we shoot ourselves forward, stepping into our right leg, Ardha Chandrasana. Standing, bouncing, half moon. Now, yes, this is an absolutely great opportunity to use a block if you have one. You want to place it right to the outside of your foot, about 1.5 feet, 2 feet in front of you. And then there's lots of options and variations for you to choose from here. We have my friend Shauna here taking the Chapasana variation. Maybe all you want to do here is just float your hand up off of the block or off of the ground if your hand is on the ground. Lots of options, okay? Continuing to draw your navel back, stack your shoulders, stack your hips, and just really allow yourself to be open. Let it go, let it fly. The worst thing that's gonna happen to you here is that you fall over, and look how close she is to the ground. You're right there, right? Gently, gently, gently peel your left knee in towards your chest. Come to a forward fold, step both feet down. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to stand. And then exhale, dive right back through center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, lift hands to your shins, send the tailbone back. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant your hands, step it back, and we take our flow from here, meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Open your hip, bend your knee, and if you would like to take it, you flip your dog here. If you flipped, come on back. Extend your left leg long. Inhale, exhale, step your left foot forward, spin your right heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your triangle, lay it back. Yeah, and then exhale, we come down into our side angle. Here, if you want the bind, go ahead and take the opportunity. We have one more round of breath to hold. And then inhale to rise up, bending back into our right knee for our skandasana. Inhale, press into your right leg, come back to stand. Exhale, warrior two. Yeah, and now from here, we step right forward into our Ardha Chandrasana. Woo. So, second side. There's always gonna be one side, especially in a standing balancing pose, that is a little difficult. For me, it's this side of this specific pose. So what you want to do is continue to root down through your foot and let that energy of pressing down through your foot work its way all the way up into your body and open up to be nice and relaxed. You really want to open everything up in the front. And then maybe you take your gaze forward, and maybe you take your gaze up to the sky. Ooh, yeah. Slowly start to draw your right knee into your chest, coming to your forward fold, letting it go. And then inhale, taking that reverse swan dive all the way up to stand. Exhale, dive through center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Step it back, taking yourself through your vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. Okay, moving on, taking our second standing series. This one's a little bit tricky, so really listen to the rights and lefts. I'm gonna try and do my best to not mess it up for you guys. I have a tendency to say the wrong foot or the wrong elbow type of situation. So I'm gonna try and do my best to not do that for you today. Inhale, sweep your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot to the inside of your right hand, low lunge. Sweep your arms high, inhale, high lunge. Pressing back through your left heel, straighten out your left leg, opening up the left hip flexor and really opening up the front side of the body. Maybe you even start to peel your arms back behind your ears if we have that mobility to open up, to shine everything forward. Beautiful. From here, draw your hands through heart center, twist your torso to the right, hooking your left elbow outside of your right knee. And once you're here, really notice what happens with your left leg. Can you continue to press back through your heel? And each exhale, each time you press your hands deeper together, that will help you to twist a little bit deeper, continuing to take your chin towards your right shoulder. Now from here, we take our left hand down to the mat. Send your right leg back, side plank, opening to the right side. Woo! Now this entire thing is going to move in sort of a circle. So really kind of try and pay attention to what your body is telling you and what choices you want to make for yourself as far as modifications or variations go. Gently float your right leg and step back to the top of your mat, returning to that low lunge. From here, send yourself forward, warrior three. And we step right into it. I didn't say this was going to be easy, right? So this is where that communication with oneself really comes into play. Where you're at, where can you go further? Where can you grow longer? Where can you create more space in your body? And or where do you need to rein it in a little bit? Because there's no prize for doing like the biggest and best yoga practice, right? There's never going to be a prize for that. Gently drop your left hand back down. Now we're spinning around towards the right. Sit down, face the back of your mat, Navasana, boat pose. So for boat pose, you should be facing the back of your mat, but I'm facing the side right now. Squeezing everything together and really lifting and opening, trying to not close off everything that we worked so hard already to open up. Keep everything really open here. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, hands and feet come to the mat. Press up into your altar pose and let your head go back. Let it go. Yes. Beautiful. Slowly come down with the hips. Your right foot tucks underneath your left. We face the right, wide-legged forward fold. And while you're here, you can take anything you like. Your hands can reach through, you can reach for your toes, you can reach your forearms and the crown of your head down to the ground. If a headstand from this wide-legged forward fold is something that is part of your practice, knock yourself out. If it's not, if I just said that to you and you just like ran scared and wanted to turn off the video, then don't do it, right? You don't have to go crazy, but you can. It's totally there for you, right? Yeah, and if you did that, take a headstand, slowly come down. And then we'll all crawl together towards the top of our mat. Low lunge, step back to your high plank and take yourself through your flow. And know that you just completed that extremely challenging standing series. But we do have to do the second set. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot to the top of your mat. Inhale, high lunge, rise up. And so now we've done one full round of that. I want you to think, how can I allow myself to not pre-think and move forward too quick. How can I stay present in this moment and really listen? Not to me, to yourself. Maybe at any point you close down your eyes to make yourself a little more inward focused. Gently bring your hands through center, to heart center, twist your torso to the left on your exhale, prayer twist. And again, keeping the right heel here, really pressing back nice and long, trying to keep your left hip pulling down while you spin from the base of your ribs. Gently release your right hand down to the mat. Step back to your side plank. You can also drop down to your forearm if you prefer. Now, as we're here moving through this second side, can you pretend that you have like a grapefruit underneath your chin? So that as things start to close up, sometimes we just start to drop our chin into our chest and close everything up. Can you just lift? Even as you're twisting to the side or to the other side, can you continue to lift and lengthen? Lengthen the space between your earlobes and the top of your shoulders. From here, gently step your left foot back to the top of your mat, low lunge. Once you're there, once you're rooted, step forward, warrior three. Keeping the hips nice and square, so we have not opened our hips not once in this series. Pull down through the right hip. And really use the energy of pressing down into the earth to lift up, lengthen your body, and create as much space as we can. Slowly let your right hand come down to the ground. Tuck your back knee and spin around, coming to face the back of our mat again for Navasana. Now this time, maybe you straighten your legs. Yeah, we're facing the back. I swung to face the side, it's okay. Maybe we straighten the legs. Maybe we don't, but maybe we do. Slowly let your feet and hands come to the mat. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, press up. Let it go. Beautiful. Slowly let your hips come back down to the ground. Bring your left leg underneath your right. Flip to the left side of your mat. Wide leg forward fold. So now we're here again. You can do the exact same thing you did the first time, or you can do something entirely different. Maybe you were tempted to try something that you have thought about, you have a pull to do, but you didn't quite give yourself that opportunity. So maybe you go for it now. Or maybe you just continue to think about it, but know that you have those thoughts. Continue to make sure that you have the weight in all 4 points of both of your feet. Not leaning too far back, not leaning too far forward. And then slowly crawl your way towards the top of your mat, spinning your toes to the top. Low lunge. Plant your hands, step back to your plank. Take yourself through your vinyasa. Then we'll meet in down dog. Beautiful. Inhale to your plank pose. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And lower your pelvis so you're in a cobra. Bend your right knee, squeeze your heel towards your glute, and try and arch your spine up and back. When I was a child, I was able to do this fully, right? So squeeze your heel towards your glute, arching your spine. Slowly release that. Engage your abs, tuck your toes, press to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and then lower your pelvis. Cobra. Now this time, Same thing, bend your left heel, bend your left knee. And notice maybe this side feels different. Maybe one side you're able to arch a little deeper. Maybe one quadricep is a little more open. Maybe you want to roll your neck around. Anything that feels right. Slowly extend your leg, tuck your toes, engage your abs, press through bent knees, downward facing dog. We have one more round of that. Inhale, come forward, plank pose. Exhale, bend the elbows halfway lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, lower the pelvis. This time, king cobra. So both knees, bend in, oh boy. And again, when I was a child, could totally hang with this. Now, it's one of those poses that I just really don't enjoy doing. It's not super fun, but it is beneficial, and it's definitely one of those poses where you can check in with yourself and say, am I just choosing not to do this because it's uncomfortable, or because at one point in my life I was really able to do this very well and now I cannot? What are you gonna do about it? Slowly let that go. From here, go ahead, press back, give yourself a child's pose. Gently walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, stacking your left hand on top of your right, sending your left hip back. And then slowly walk your left hand over to the outside, stacking your right hand over top of your left, sending your right hip back. And slowly come back to center. Awesome. From here, we'll crawl ourselves forward and then slowly flip onto our backs. So once you're on your back, draw your knees into your chest, squeezing together nice and tight, and then rock yourself slightly up into a seat. From here, place your hands behind your hips, extend your legs long. You can either take another altar pose if you like, or we lift up into a reverse plank. Letting your head go back. Continue to breathe here and really think about pressing your pelvis up while you hug your belly in and let your head go back, opening up. One more breath. And then slowly lower down to the ground. Beautiful. From here, roll back onto your spine. Walk your feet in nice and close, moving into a bridge pose. So on your inhale, press into your heels, lengthen your hamstrings and rise up, pressing your shins forward. And then from here, if you like, you can walk your shoulders underneath of your body and interlace your fingers behind your back. And use your arms to press yourself higher. Thinking about the energy that's moving down into the ground. Thinking about the energy that's moving up to the sky. Thinking about the energy that's moving forward through your shins and that's moving back into your upper back. Yeah, and on your next exhale, we slowly lower it down onto the ground. Once you're there, you can just allow your knees to slightly knock in towards each other and take a few moments here. We will take one more round of that back bend. You can go back to your glute bridge, or you can take a full wheel the second time. Totally up to you. So we bring our knees back to hips width distance, plant the feet. So we're either lifting up into our bridge here. You can also place something underneath your sacrum and take a supported bridge. Or if we're taking wheel, we take our hands, place them to the tops of our shoulders, your elbows shine to the sky, and we press in to rise up. Whatever option we're taking here, you want to think that you're pressing your heart up and towards your face. Yes, beautiful. And then you can take all kinds of fun variations here, and whenever you're ready, you slowly start to lower yourself down, because that can be very intense. Once you're there, go ahead and knock your knees side to side. You can give yourself a gentle windshield wiper. Nice. Gently coming towards the end of our practice. Few options for one final inversion. Extend your feet to the sky so we can stay here for an unsupported legs up the wall. Further than that, you can take your feet up over your head for a plow. Or further than this, you might take your hands, place them at the small of your back, and extend one or both of your legs for a full shoulder stand. Whatever option you take, if any of those options are not calling your name, you could literally just be lying down right now. Alternatively, if shoulder stand is not for you, you could come into a tripod headstand or a supported headstand, or if you want to go crazy, you could do a handstand and just hold. Again, I don't know you. I don't know your life. Whatever you're choosing, whatever is calling to you, take that option for an inversion and just allow yourself to be in the space that you've chosen to be in for yourself. If it comes to a point where you feel like you need to slowly start to reverse out of it, then slowly start to reverse out of it. Otherwise, we will stay here for another full minute and a half. So whatever you choose. Taking this opportunity to maybe return again to your intention that you set for yourself. Noticing where you've come from where we started this practice together, and where you are now, what you're feeling, what thoughts are moving through your mind. And if you're holding on to said thoughts, or if you're just letting them pass through. Really nice work, you guys. And continuing to stay active, regardless of if we are doing a legs up the wall or we're fully working in a shoulder stand. You want to continue to remain active and try and always be lengthening your body and creating more space. We'll take 3 more rounds of breath and then slowly work our way out. So if you are in a shoulder stand, you want to slowly draw your knees back into your chest, yes. And then slowly roll down onto your full spine. Eventually coming from your plow all the way down. And then we'll all together take a fish pose to counteract the effects of that shoulder stand. So for fish, you want to have your hands underneath your sacrum, drawing your elbows together on your back and letting the crown of your head rest on the ground. Yes, just like Shauna here. You can also take a supported fish pose by placing a block or a blanket between your shoulder blades. Yep, and just let your head fall back. Beautiful. And all this is doing is going to reset our throat, reset our spine, our cervical spine, as we were just balancing most of our weight on our cervical spine for a while, for a long time, right? We'll take about 5 more rounds of breath here in this counter pose. Before you gently slide yourself out, And let everything fall open, coming to your Shavasana. Letting the mat carry your weight and fully support your whole body. Start to deepen your breaths. And start to bring movement back into your body. Slowly starting with your fingers and your toes. Eventually creating larger movements. And then eventually rolling yourself over to one side of your body, whichever side you choose. Taking a moment once you roll yourself over to pause and take a breath. And then when you're ready to, you can use your top arm to press yourself up into a seat. And then if you want to prop yourself up, if you want to sit on your knees or sit on a blanket, closing down your eyes one final time and bringing your hands back into heart center. Returning inward. Returning to that idea of communicating with the self. Knowing that sometimes that communication is unconscious, it is taking place in our subconscious, and sometimes we're not even aware that it's happening. So when we can recognize and pinpoint things that perhaps are not true, perhaps are reminiscent of stories that we have clung to, where we can release those thoughts, those points, to create space for new truths for ourselves. I thank you all very much for choosing to practice with me today. Taking a deep breath in through your nose. Hold at the top while you lift your thumb knuckles up to your third eye center, and on your exhale, bow your chin to your chest. Thank you all so much. Beautiful practice. Beautiful job, Morgan. Beautiful job, Shauna. Thank you also very much for joining me. Again, my name is Jasmine, and this was POWERFLOW, and I will see you next time. You can always find any of my other classes by searching my name in the app. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.